So, Josh Windass have been very honest in his press conference with Wednesday today, and we talk about Danny Röhl's press conference as well. Hello and welcome to this video. I hope everyone's doing well. It's been a day of talking about the outgoing more than the incoming, but one of the players who we are linked with had just been recalled by his parent club, so maybe something will happen with that. But let's get into this. This is press conference day. This is the day where we get every thoughts and feelings of whoever been lined up to do the press today, and it's Josh Windass. Josh Windass is always very good at talking to the media. I've found recently. I think he's shown that. Now, here's the thing. It was reported that in the morning that Real Salt Lake City were in for him once he contract there with a potential transfer, while Club Atletico Teles de Argentina were no one who said to be interested. And this is the thing, and he was very upfront with what he said about what's happening and kind of thing, and he knows he won't be short of offers. Speaking to them this morning, he turned around and said, "To be honest, I'll let my agent deal with that stuff, but I obviously know I'm out of contract, and when a player of my quality is on a free, I know stuff like this is going to happen. I'm just trying to concentrate on playing and scoring goals here." I said that if I was thinking of signing a pre-contract or anything like that, then I told Danny, and he'll be the first one to know I'll go to. But that's not the case, which is good. I like that. I like that. You like him being honest. Like, he'd be the first person to go to the manager and say, "Hey, I signed this. I'm going." But he had turned out that he hasn't been offered a new deal by Wednesday. Windass says he's focusing on football and trying to keep the Housing Championship, which I think is what everyone's doing. He said, "It is what it is. I know there are situations going on with the transfer window, and there are probably more important things to sort out. But I've had a good 4 years here. It doesn't really matter to me. I want to keep playing football. I feel like I'm playing well. Hopefully, I can doing that then and start going goals that I can do. I'm free in the summer, so obviously I've had offers. It's nothing to do with location. It's all about the football. I generally want to concentrate on playing well. I know the better I play, the more I might get offered, for instance, and the better I play, and it's better for everyone." And he's right. It's better for him if he plays well. If he gets a deal from someone else, it's better for his kind of negotiation tactics as well. But I thought it was very honest of him how he said how things are going. He's not been offered a contract yet. Things like contract has been said that they were all going to get sorted back end of January, and all he's concentrating on is keeping Wednesday in the championship at the minute and trying to do well for the team. And it's very honest opinion from a Wednesday point of view, and I think a lot of times you're not used to that honesty from players, and it's good to see. But it will be interesting to see what we do with Josh Windass and where it comes into it. Now, I saw in the video I did this morning, there's already been people going, rather get money for them on free. Now, one of them you could get money for, which is Marvin Johnson. The problem is Windass will be a free kind of thing, so you wouldn't get any money for him. So it's one of those things that it'd be interesting to see what happens. But that whole situation, depending what league we're in when it comes to the end of the season. Some players might be like, "I'm not doing League One again. I want to move on and have a different challenge." Some might turn around and say, "I'll keep here. I'm happy where I am." So let's see what goes on there. But Josh Windass being very honest in his press conference. So, in Danny Röhl's press conference, straight off the back, he opens it saying he won't be speaking about transfer market. He understands fans and needs want to know what's been going on, but it makes no sense to speak about current direction given how things are. It can change so quickly. Mentions it's been a tough week. We've kind of said to you, I think we've had some stuff fall along the wayside, but I think after the Coventry thing, I don't think he wants to jinx anything. He spoke about how the keepers are a strong unit. He had no problem with Vasquez. He was a good keeper. It's just gone in a different direction. He said he'll see if Cam will keep his place at the weekend. He said, but he didn't see the point of changing stuff. Yes, they got him in. They spoke about Charles staying at the team to keep training, see what's going to happen next with him. Maybe alone, but they'll see what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. Spoke about when they're going to start talking to players who they want to keep in the future. He said it will start in the next couple of months. He said he will be honest to his players about what he wants to do, won't leave them in the lurch. He wants them to be very open and honest about everything, like Josh Windass was. He said, I'd be open and honest with Danny if anything happens. He spoke about Bambo, who he said is very strong. Yes, people who were looking outside of it, he was saying that he was the one that made the mistake, including me. But it's like what he said before and what I said in one of the videos. You lose as a team, you win as a team. It wasn't just about Bambo. They all had some sort of blame to thing. It's not about picking out one player for it. He spoke about Volks is ready to play 90 minutes, which is good for us at the weekend. And he spoke out Coventry, a good team. They need to learn from the first game, move forward, try and get out of them early, start our press early, and see where we go from there. Then we had Joe Cran of The Star, who was asking about Ike. He said he was asking if he's a striker because he played a lot of different roles. Danny said he sees him more as a striker. Yes, he can play in different roles, which is very handy for all of us. But he said he sees him more. He brought him in to be more of a striker. There's still no Patterson. It seems like he's not going to be ready for this one either. So it's a bit worrying about why it's taking so long, but at the same time, it's a head injury. You want to give him as much time to recover as humanly possible. But the fact that there's still no Patterson is interesting. Spoke about the no Jeff Hendricks. He's close to being back in training, but he said he's keeping all it behind closed doors at the moment with everything to talk about with transfers and stuff like that. Alex Miller was talking about how Danny turned around and said that we need to reset after Southampton, we need to move forward. Yes, it was disheartening with with the last game, but you move forward, you learn from it, and you go from there. He spoke about Deshaun being in 6. He thinks he can play as a 6. He's strong and physical, and he said if you've got more flexible play, it makes life a bit easier going forward and trying to give him different positions. He reckons he can play there. Byers should be back, but he's probably going to need to come off the bench. Matt fitness with him not being as fit as possible due to suspension. He spoke about Fletcher. He said he's been so much better since he come in. He's improved since he's been there. He said his confidence is good. He offers a good strength. He trains different since he's coming up well. He said he thinks the goal is probably what's all that missing again just to get his own confidence up, and it'll help him a lot. And he spoke about how Bailey's a young player and they need to look after him and help him and make sure there's not too much pressure on his shoulders so they just can take it away. And then they mentioned about data-driven with Josh, who was talking about it being a data-driven business, how showing more data is handy and stuff going forward and stuff like that, and it just changed over the years, and he's saying like that. And the rest of it was like how talking about young managers in the game and how it changed. But apart from that, good press conference by Danny. Looks very tired. Looks very tired indeed. You can tell that this window is taking a bit of a toll on him. And you can tell he's looked a little bit frustrated, but I get that. I understand that completely. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens next in the transfer window. But Danny, like Danny said, he's not going to air it out in public, which is good. I kind of like that. I like not discussing our business. I think he's learned from last week that we spoke about it, and then when it fell through, it didn't happen, so it didn't look good. So it's not great in that sense, but we'll see what happens next with it all. It sounds like he's had a very frustrating week with deals, but we look forward to playing Coventry on Saturday.